Hey everyone, welcome to the first video of the Guitar Chords 101 video course. Okay, let's just get right into it here. First things first, let's define what a chord is. A chord consists of 3 or more notes played simultaneously, although there are many instances where only 2 notes are going to be played. To learn how to form chords, we need to have an extremely good understanding of intervals. And when I say intervals, I'm referring to the distance in pitch between 2 notes. Intervals are going to be your major or minor thirds, diminished fifths, augmented fourths, and things like that. The unit we measure intervals with is called a tone or a step. One tone or step is made up of 2 frets on the guitar. A semitone or a half step is the distance of 1 fret on the guitar. So throughout the rest of this course, I'm going to use the term whole step or half step because in my experience, those are the most commonly used terms in the world of guitar instruction. Having a good grasp of the intervals on the music staff and obviously on the fretboard is required to be able to build chords. And you'll want to know how to find any interval you want relative to a particular root note. As you're learning intervals, it's also important to develop a solid understanding of chord formulas. And that's what's going to allow us to translate intervals into chord names. When I say formula, I mean a combination of notes of specific intervals stemming from the root note. And although it's not always played, every chord is going to have a root note. And then it'll have at least another couple notes that'll form the quality of the chord. And the quality is where you get the major, minor, dominant, augmented, diminished, or half diminished. Those are all the different chord qualities. So having said that, let's talk about the overall goal of this course. I'm not necessarily going to try to teach you how to play these basic chord shapes on the guitar, or any chord shapes on the guitar necessarily. Any chord book or chord app on your phone or iPad is going to help you with that. But what I'm doing is trying to teach you why those basic shapes are called what they are, and how to vary those shapes to your own personal playing style and develop your own chord vocabulary. And this is also going to help you add a little more flavor and color to your chords as well. And I want to try to help you get on the path of kind of going beyond the chord books and the apps and all that, so you can add whatever notes you want to your chords and not feel like you've broken some sort of rule by not playing something that's in a book or an app. And I'd like you to be able to name whatever chords you're playing if you don't even know it. And this all starts with learning how chords are built from the ground up. And that's the main mission of this course that I've made in these videos. So let me just throw out a little disclaimer here before you proceed much further. In these videos, in this course, I'm assuming that you already have a basic understanding of how to read standard notation. So if you're coming strictly from like a tab background, kind of like where I came from, and you're not familiar with music, how to read music, you may want to head over to a website like musictheory.net. As a matter of fact, that URL, musictheory.net/lessons, is an excellent resource, and I would highly recommend it that you check it out if you're not familiar with how to read music. So head over there and go through their lessons before you proceed much further. Okay, so that's going to be it for video 1. And on the next video, we're going to dive right into the topic of intervals and learn what each of those are. And I just want to thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you then.